You ever feel like payroll is less a process and more like a time-sucking monster that shows up every 2 weeks? You're not alone. The manual calculations, the tax filings, the endless double-checking to make sure every single employee gets paid correctly and on time. It's a massive headache for small business owners and HR professionals everywhere. But what if it didn't have to be? What if you could take that monster and train it to be a well-behaved, predictable pet? That's what we're talking about today. How to schedule payroll cycles in Justworks and finally get your time back. Justworks is a powerful platform, but like any new tool, knowing how to set it up correctly is the key to unlocking its full potential. The first few steps you take in Justworks are the most critical, especially when it comes to payroll. A solid foundation here means less stress, fewer errors, and more time for you to focus on the things that actually grow your business. We'll walk through the entire process, from understanding the different pay frequencies to customizing your payroll periods and ensuring everything is aligned for a smooth, automated flow. So grab a coffee, and let's turn that payroll monster into a tamed, scheduled, and reliable part of your business. First things first, what exactly is a payroll cycle in Justworks? At its core, it's the rhythm of how and when you pay your team. A payroll cycle is defined by 3 key elements: pay frequency, the workweek, and the pay date. Pay frequency is the cadence. Are you paying your employees weekly, bi-weekly, or semi-monthly? The workweek is a fixed, 7-day period used to calculate things like overtime for non-exempt employees. And the pay date is, well, the day everyone gets paid. The beautiful thing about Justworks is that you have the flexibility to customize these based on your business's needs. You can have different schedules for your hourly and salaried employees, or you can align everyone on a single, streamlined schedule. The choice is yours, and Justworks makes it easy to visualize how each option impacts your team. For many companies, the onboarding process is where you'll make these critical decisions. When you first start with Justworks, you'll work with an onboarding manager to set everything up. During this phase, you'll be prompted to designate exemption statuses for your team and then customize your payroll periods. If you have an expected start date, you can even use that to preview what your payroll periods will look like on a dynamic calendar. It's a great way to see the system in action before it's live. Let's break down the customization process for your payroll periods. Justworks gives you the option to keep the default settings or to customize them. If you're a new business or don't have a pre-existing payroll schedule to follow, the default options can be a great place to start. But if you have an established rhythm or specific needs, customizing is the way to go. The system will guide you through the process, starting with your non-time cards employees, which are typically your salaried, exempt staff. For these employees, you'll select a pay frequency, a workweek, and an approximate first pay date. As you make your selections, that dynamic calendar I mentioned earlier will update in real time. This visual feedback is a game changer. It helps you see how a bi-weekly schedule compares to a semi-monthly one, and how a different pay date might shift things. For example, if you choose a semi-monthly frequency, Justworks will default to paying on the 15th and the last day of the month, or the closest previous business day. But you can also choose a different delayed pay frequency if that works better for your business. The system will then walk you through the same process for your time cards employees, which are your hourly and non-exempt salaried staff. Because these employees are often subject to overtime rules, the workweek you select is particularly important. A workweek that starts on a Monday and ends on a Sunday is a common choice, but you should choose the one that aligns with your business's operations. You'll also choose their pay frequency and a first pay date. One key thing to remember here is that hourly and non-exempt employees must be on a delayed pay schedule. This means the pay period ends, and then a few days later, the payment is processed and paid. This gives you time to review and approve time cards, ensuring accuracy. Now, what if you want to align all your employees on the same payroll periods? Justworks makes that simple, too. When you're setting up the payroll periods for your time cards employees, you just need to select the same workweek and approximate first pay day as you did for your non-time cards employees. This creates a unified payroll schedule that can really simplify your administrative life. Once you've made all your selections, you'll get a chance to review everything and then submit your choices. This is the point of no return. So take a moment to look over the summary and make sure it all looks right. Once your company is live on the platform, you'll be able to access a confirmed company calendar with all your official processing and pay dates. This calendar is a lifesaver. It's your single source of truth for all things payroll. But the real magic happens after the initial setup. Justworks is designed to automate as much of the process as possible. Once your payroll cycles are scheduled, the platform takes care of so much of the heavy lifting. For salaried employees, their payments are automatically calculated and scheduled based on the pay frequency you chose. For your hourly employees, you'll still need to approve their time cards, but the system will calculate all the rest: gross pay, deductions, and net pay, based on the hours they've logged and your preset workweek and pay date. The automation doesn't stop there. Justworks also handles all the tax filings for you, including quarterly reports and year-end forms like W-2s and 1099s. This is a huge benefit, especially for small businesses that don't have a dedicated in-house payroll team. It ensures compliance and takes the stress out of tax season. The system also integrates with popular accounting software like QuickBooks Online, Xero, and more, so your financial data stays in sync without you having to manually input everything. What about those times when things don't go according to the normal schedule? Life happens, and Justworks has features to handle those situations as well. Let's say a new employee starts in the middle of a pay period. When you add them to the platform, Justworks will automatically calculate a suggested prorated amount for their first paycheck, based on their start date and your scheduled pay cycle. This saves you from having to do the math yourself and prevents errors from the very first payment. Or, what if you need to schedule an off-cycle payment for a bonus or a missed payroll run? Justworks has a payment center where you can easily schedule these one-time payments. The system will guide you through selecting the pay type, the pay date, and the recipient. It will even handle the tax calculations correctly, which is crucial. For example, if you miss a payroll run, Justworks recommends scheduling a separate off-cycle payment for each missed period rather than a single lump sum, to ensure taxes are calculated properly. This is the kind of detail that makes a huge difference. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.